Dunkin is set to start operating concessions on Staten Island ferries before the end of the year, but don't expect any brewskis with the brew. At least yet, the Post has learned. The New England-based coffee giant will fill a void left since the beginning of the COVID pandemic, when the last concession operator closed up shop by first serving up Java, donuts, and other treats. The no-alcohol service will begin on 2 ferries, the Staff Sergeant Michael H. Ollis and the Dorothy Day, and then transition to the rest of the fleet at a later date, according to the City Department of Transportation. While there was no definitive date for Dunkin's High Seas grand opening as of last week, the company is targeting an end-of-year launch date for its highly anticipated Java joints, a rep said. The coffee chain also won the rights for the ferry's alcohol concession but said a franchisee would be operating that business and that it would begin at a later unspecified date. Dunkin must open its ferry cafes by January at the latest, according to its lease with the city. "We are pleased that the concession is returning after many years of staying vacant," Staten Island Borough President Vito Fasella said in a statement. "We believe the concession is a nice convenience for ferry riders." Staten Island ferry riders were jolted by the news, in a good way too. "I would really like that because sometimes when I come over here, I don't have time to get Dunkin'," said rider Phoenix Pierre, 40. "If I have coffee inside the ferry, we don't need to rush." Another rider, Brandon, said, "I take the ferry every day, and the Dunkin' snack bar is definitely something I'd use." Natalia, 27, said, "Dunkin' is great, and putting it on the ferry is a smart move, I think. As for the booze to come, I think the alcohol would be more for the tourists. But yeah, why not? I'd enjoy a cold beer on here from time to time," she said. An employee selling beer and snacks in the ferry terminal said the new concession reopening wouldn't make much of a difference to his long-standing shop. "It's not the first or second time they have tried this. It won't be the last," said the worker, who declined to provide his name. "But this shop has been here forever. People know to get their beer here. It might actually be better for us because they will probably charge more," he said, adding that his shop's beers typically have sold for less. The ferry's former vendors, such as the Liberty Cafe, offered snacks ranging from muffins, nachos, and hot dogs, as well as beverages including coffee, hot chocolate, and beer. Dunkin won the city's request for proposals after the NYC Economic Development Corporation judged potential vendors based on their experience in the field, their financial capacity to take on the lease agreement, and the types of products and services they plan to offer. "Dunkin wants to be more available to our customers on the go," a rep for the coffee chain told the Post. The DOT and Economic Development Corporation announced Dunkin as the new vendor in a news release earlier this month. The Staten Island ferry serves thousands of New Yorkers and visitors every day, and NYSEC is thrilled to bring concessions back on board to enhance the experience for all riders. NYSEC President and CEO Andrew Kimball said in a statement, "NYSEC is grateful to our partners at the NYC Department of Transportation, DOT, and look forward to New Yorkers purchasing food and drinks on board the ferry once again," Kimball added. Under its 10-year lease, Dunkin has the option for 2 more 5-year extensions with the Staten Island Ferry. The Staten Island Ferry is a lifeline for thousands of my constituents and millions of visitors each year, and the return of concessions is a much-anticipated improvement for the rider experience. City Councilwoman Camilla Hanks of Staten Island said in a statement, "I'm pleased to see that a trusted and recognizable brand has been selected to bring refreshments back on board."